Hey yo, what it do, YouTube? Man, if you saw my last video, you know where my head's at. But I'm doing this to keep busy and keep my mind right. It's one of the ways that I'm just gonna keep grinding it out, man. And try to get back to okay. But you know what it is. You know who it is. Charger Conversations with your mans in them, your uncle, Hostile Takeover. So what we getting into? We back on our regular shit. You know what I mean? Basically, man, I saw some shit that didn't upset me, but it did bother me. It was a quote unquote red pill content creator calling out the simp content creator who they'll both remain nameless, man. That's neither here nor there, really. But calling out the simp content creator for pandering. And I'm like, motherfucker, you do the same shit. That's what most of these red pill content creators do. They pander. They pander to the dudes that can't get girls, the dudes that, got fucked over by a woman. Yeah, it happens. You know what I mean? But they pander to those dudes and those type of dudes and basically give them confirmation bias. And that's what the red pill does and needs to do for it to remain a concept and stay relevant. But the problem is, all they're doing is pandering too. They do the same shit. They're just pandering to they're pandering to dudes that don't have good fortunes with women. Just like the simps are pandering to women who don't have good fortunes with men. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Let's keep it a fucking buck. I saw some shit where motherfuckers who can't get one girl talking about they want multiple wives. Nigga, you can't get a girlfriend, much less a wife, much less 2 or 3. Knock it the fuck off. And here's the thing about that shit, right? Because I've juggled women and they knew about it. I've juggled women before and they fucking knew about it. When a man takes on multiple women, he thinks the shit's gonna get easier. It doesn't. It gets harder on the man. Because now you have twice the responsibility of protection, provision, etc. The women are the ones that are actually, especially if they're in the same house, the women are the ones that are actually splitting work, and it gets easier for them. For the man, it gets harder. You have to maintain 2 relationships with 2 different women with 2 different personalities, and keep up your responsibilities to both women. Like, come on, bruh. Most of y'all ain't built for that. You're really not. You think you are not. Shit. A third of y'all are either virgins or ain't had sex in a year, which means you you ain't even, your stroke game ain't even up to par to satisfy 2 women. But I mean, come on, let's not get ridiculous, fellas. Work on getting one. Work on getting a date. That's what this shit is about. Baby steps. You know what I mean? Go from not having a girl or any female contact to some female contact to dating to a relationship. But back to my original point, all these dudes do, all these red pill guys do is pander to what amounts to incels or close to it. And bro, there's always going to be incels. So they're always going to have a market. There's always going to be dudes who just cannot get women. Always. But now they think they have someone speaking for them, so they're louder. And they're talking more shit. They think they have an ally in the Fresh and Fits and the Modern Life Dating and these type dudes. And all these guys, all they really are former incels who got a platform and therefore discovered how to get a girl using their platform and their fame. If it wasn't for that, those dudes would be sitting right there with you. And they're not even helping you get out of the position you're in because they need you there. They need you in that position. They need you single, pissed off, broke. So what are they really fixing? They're not fixing shit. I'm going to give you guys the raw, uncut truth all the fucking time. Like, for real, for real. Because I don't care about these motherfuckers. I don't care about YouTube like that. That's not where I get my money. That's not where I plan on getting my money. I'm just putting true information out so that y'all can actually get the shit you want. I'm not just gonna tell you, hit the gym and level up and get the bag and level up. No, that's so general. Them motherfuckers don't actually say shit. Either that or they push another grifter for to supposedly give you financial advice when really all they're doing is selling the course too. Come on, man. Y'all gotta recognize game, and if you can't recognize game from a dude, you're never gonna recognize game from a woman. Because women are way sneakier than dudes. Come on. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. Women are way sneakier than dudes. So if you can't recognize game from these red pill grifters, then you'll never, ever recognize game from a woman. Get out of your own head and see what's really going on. There's a reason I'll never have a course to sell you. Because I'm not in it for the grift. Everything I put out is free. It's based in fact. If it's not research fact, it's shit that I lived. That I've seen other people live too. Like, nothing is based just on me and my experience. Ever. That shit is so anecdotal that, like, one person out of 7.4 billion on the planet doesn't mean shit. But everything I do tell you that involves my experience, I've also seen it work for other people or not work for other people. And you're getting it from a guy who's never had a problem getting women. And I mean ever. I didn't always get the woman I wanted, but I never had a problem getting women. So, what's the grift? The grift is whatever they're charging you for. Right? If you want to consume the content, and that's fine, I just ask that you dissect it. Literally dissect it. Tear it apart and see if it's really true. Don't just... These motherfuckers are not experts. Trust me. Trust me. Before most of these motherfuckers got on YouTube, they had no experience with women, or if they did, it was very fucking limited. These guys are fucking... They want to... Like I told you, they want to hang out with the cool kids, so they're trying to be cool kids. You know what I mean? It's every 80s nerd movie put on, summarized up and put out on YouTube. Disguised as, we know about women. No, the fuck you don't. You just started fucking with women 4 years ago, bro. You don't know shit. Before that, women wouldn't even look at you. Shut the fuck up. So... Even with my information, especially with my information, dissect it, tear it the fuck apart, and see if it's real. Don't just believe me because I tell you. And that's what these motherfuckers aren't going to say either. They're not going to say, oh, take this and research it, dissect it, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to tell you that because they want you to take that shit at face value, because if you go and research their shit, right, the research is actually there. The research they're quoting is actually factual. It's their spin on it that's fucked up. They spin the fuck out of it. But, again, even I spin shit a little bit. Why? Because unless you're going to just sit there and literally quote stat after stat after stat, there's going to be opinion on it, right? My opinion is the spin. Everybody's opinion is the spin. So unless you're just going to be boring and, literally read research word for word, then you're putting a spin on it. Everybody does it. Everybody interprets facts. But the question is, are you doing it correctly? Are you interpreting that information correctly? And is your spin realistic? And, of course they're going to show you the extreme of, female nature, and only show you the females that they're talking about so that they can paint this very narrow picture. Very narrow picture. But if you go out and live life, get the fuck off of YouTube, get the fuck off of your laptop, put your phone in your pocket while you're outside, and just go out and live life, interact with people, you will find that most of what they're saying is complete bullshit, with the very rare exception of few. There's a few that are spitting the real. But most of these guys, they're full of shit. But they're counting on you to not go out and experience anything and see it through their lens. I want you to develop your own lens. I want you to go out and interact with women. I want you to go out and try to talk to women and fail, because you will. Then you build on that, and then you start succeeding. Then you realize that generally women aren't as fucked up as these guys try to make them seem. Yes, women are emotional. Yes, women are fickle. But every woman isn't on OnlyFans. Every woman isn't after, you know, the top 10% of men. Because women with common fucking sense know that if 100% of women go after 10% of men, 90% are asked the fuck out. Because this is the US. You can only marry one woman. Everything else after that is a side piece. And women aren't really trying to be the side piece. They want their own guy. They want their own man. And the question is, can you deliver on being that guy? Being that man that they fucking want? And I ain't talking about these unrealistic expectations and being a simp and all that other stupid shit. Most women are very okay with splitting bills. Most women are very okay with, you know, working and coming home to one guy. Most women are not out in the fucking VIP section at a club. You know, most women aren't you know, adult film stars or, you know, showing body parts on the internet. Most women are not that. You have to get out and find those women because they aren't online. They aren't on dating apps. They are out living life outside doing their thing. Women, you can meet women anywhere, bro. It's all about turning yourself, improving yourself, and being someone that they want to meet. That's it. That's fucking it. So we'll leave this right here and pick it back up later. I might do a part 2 to this. But either way, man, look, all 22 of y'all that rock with me, I love y'all. For real, I love the fuck out of you. I thank you for sticking with me. And as always, middle fingers up, be safe, stay dangerous.